What's up everybody, it's your buddy CruzinMoto here today, and today I am installing my Yoshimura Fender Eliminator kit so we can get rid of that ugly ass piece of crap in the back. So there's going to be a few things you're going to need to do before you get started. I'm just going to tell you what you got to take off, and then I'm going to take them off and get back to you because it's going to take a minute to take off some of the stuff. Don't mind the outside noise. I'm outside by my garage. So you're going to need to take off your seat, your rear seat. You're going to need to take off this panel, and you're going to need to take off these side little fairings right here, this one and this one on the sides. There's, you know, the Allen keys right here, and then there's pins underneath you need to push in to pull it all off and pop it. You're going to need to take off this right here too as well, so that way when you get under to here, it's all exposed right here for you to be able to pull this little panel off right here, and then it exposes the bolts underneath where you unscrew it, and then it all comes out. So other than that, guys, make sure you take off that stuff. Don't break your pins. The little nubby on the inside, the little thing in the middle of them, make sure you push in on it so that releases it, and then you're able to pull it out. Don't try prying down on the thing. You'll scratch your bike up and all kinds of stuff like that and do all that new mistake stuff. So I'm going to get all that off taken care of, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm ready to take out the stock rear end down there. Alright? Peace. Alright, so now that we've gotten all the stuff, all the bolts taken off on the top and everything, now all you got to do is just undo these little pins right here, and then you'll be able to pop off the sides of the bike here and everything, and all that good stuff. So make sure you take out your pins. Remember, push them in, and you can pull down, pull everything out. This slides right out. Not going to end up needing that no more once you do all this. So you know, just make sure you push in the pins, pull them all out, guys. You don't need to pull out every single freaking pin, but just the ones that keep all this over here, you know. So that way you can take it off like so, pop it off, and then it exposes the bolts right there, as you guys can see. So just gotta do that. Just pull on it all gentle. Don't be all forceful, or you're gonna end up breaking your crap. You know, and we know we don't want to do that to our stuff. So, but other than that, this is exactly how simple this is for this Fender Eliminator kit. I want to say it's an 8mm socket you're gonna need for this. So all you gotta do is pretty much is, I'm just gonna loosen them real quick. And then I'm just gonna take this socket off, and then I'm going to screw them off by hand with the thing. So this is pretty much it, guys. And then, like I said, make sure you've unhooked your wires so everything in here comes out nice and easy. And I'm just going to undo that and just unscrew it. And this bad boy will pop right out. There is a little bit of Loctite, it looks like, on these. So you guys want to throw some more Loctite on it before you put it in, go for it. Me, I'm just going to make sure I have it on there nice and tight so I don't have to worry about it there. But other than that, just see, bam, it all comes out. Like I said, make sure you have your wires out first. See, that's off now. Now we got rid of that ugly ass thing. And you're going to use the existing nuts for this as well, so that way you can get this up in there and bolted in. I'm just gonna go ahead and run those wires up in here, and this is the wire you're gonna have to splice. The wire that went to the stock taillight that lit up the license plate, you're gonna have to splice it and hook it to these. The Yoshimura comes with the connectors for it and everything, so that's the only shitty part about this, is that there's no just good connector for it right there to do that, you know. So that's a bummer. Well, I guess that wanted to come off. No big deal. We could put that right back in. You know, that just goes right in there. It just chills. Like, it's supposed to have a pin there, but we took that off. So, but again, get that up in there. Make sure you got this all lined up. Just gonna thread this one on here. You just see how easy this Fender Eliminator kit is. Shoot, the one when I had to do the R6, that one was freaking a pain in the ass. Tell you what, that one was not fun. Stupid thing, whatever. I'm just gonna leave that there. I don't care about it no more. But you know, I leave the license plate and stuff loose. I still gotta tighten up these two brackets right here and everything a little bit more. But if you pre-assemble this thing, it makes life much easier. You know, make sure you tighten everything down, of course, before when you pre-assemble it and stuff. Don't pull a Brian and I can just barely do it. Actually, no, I take that back. I did do these all the way. It's these I didn't do because I still haven't put the license plate on. So it's just chilling or whatever, you know. So there's that. Put it back on the wrench. Okay. Tighten that bad boy up. Nice and good like. Don't do it too much. You don't want to over tighten things because then shit gets fucked up sometimes. But that's pretty much it. That's the Fender Eliminator kit being put on there. The only other thing you gotta do, like I said, is splice the wires to the tail light where it lights it up and everything, and then put everything back together that you saw me take off, and you're good to go. So I'll just kind of leave this here. I'll fast forward everything of me putting everything back on, and then we'll get to the wiring part. All right. Alright, so that's about it. So that's about it right there. Just make sure you get these two pins. You're not going to get these ones in because this, sorry about that, this stock thing had a little smaller holes for it to when it wanted to go up in there. Yeah, because they're not going to go up in there and lock in at all. As you can see, watch. You know, they're not going to sit flat. They're going to kind of dangle because it doesn't have that space there no more that was there before. If you wanted to, I would say you could probably cut these off and then stick them up under there, but then that would just look stupid. So I'm just going to leave those two out since they're not really needed and everything, and we'll be alright there, I'm pretty sure. So other than that, guys, so make sure you put all your bolts and everything back on, and that's pretty much it for the install of the Yoshimura Fender Eliminator kit for the FZ-07. Alright guys, so we're back here now to the wiring part after getting everything back on down on the bottom, and all the side fairings, all the bolts and everything back on here. See how nice it looks now? It's all on there. We're good to go. So for the easiest thing for the splicing, so you're not having to cut this off right here, keep it plug and play where, keep this connector, since you're not using this fucking jalopy no more, freaking cut the wire freaking down, way down here, about 5-6 inches, cut it off down here, so that way you have enough wire to sit there where this still plugs in, and then you can wire it to the wires for the Yoshimura's tail light to light up the license plate. So that way, that's a cool little trick, so you guys don't fuck up and try to, you know, cut this and just run those wires to it, because they're not going to fit anyway. So keep it simple, keep it plug and play, but of course you're still going to have to wire it, but cut it down here on the stock one. Yeah, that sucks. You're cutting off the stock stuff, but you know what? It has to be done because there's no plug and play system for Yoshimura Fender Eliminator kits to go onto your bike. So that's the only thing you have to do that's customization when you do these things. Alright guys, here we are back to the wiring. And so what you're going to do is make sure, like I said, cut off the part where it's still able to plug in. Then you get your wires. It's going to be red to the blue and black to black, of course. But always do this and test them out before. Here, let me zoom in, make it a little better. Alright, always kind of wrap them and do a test before you decide to put these bad boys on and stuff like that, just to make sure it's all working. So I'll turn the bike on, and then as you can see, the light's on. So we got it hooked up correctly and everything. So now put these on it, the connectors, and then if you want to, throw some electrical tape around it, and then bam, you're done. Complete. Everything done. Everything's working. So Other than that, once you do that, hook it up and everything, plug it in, and you should be 100% good to go. Golden showers, everything, and then you guys are done installing your Yoshimura Fender Eliminator kit.
From the dead.